much manners that precisely follow particular rules as manners that have been made smooth and polished by the continuous practice of kind impulses. It is hard to say why the word etiquette is so inevitably considered merely a synonym of the word correct, as though it were no more than the fixed answer to a sum in arithmetic. In fact, it might be well to pull the word correct out by the roots and substitute common sense. In short, I wish that those whose minds are focused on precise obedience to every precept would ask themselves, what is the purpose of this rule? Does it help to make life pleasanter? Does it make the social machinery run more smoothly? Does it add to the beauty? Is it essential to the code of good taste or to ethics? If it serves any of these purposes, it is a rule to be cherished. But if it serves no helpful purpose, it is certainly not worth taking very seriously. On the subject of the thousands of detailed rules essential to all ceremonial procedures, the importance of knowing the unending details, such as when to sit, and when to stand, what to say and what to do upon this or that occasion, is most practically illustrated by a church service. It would be shocking to have people trotting in and out of pews, talking out loud or otherwise, upsetting devotional tranquility. For this reason, we have set rules for all ceremonial functions, so that marriages, christenings, funerals, as well as Sunday exercises shall be conducted with ease and smoothness. It is also essential to ease of living that certain mechanical conventions be observed. The real point to be made is that rules of etiquette have not been contrived in order to make those who know them to seem important, and to make those who happen not to know them miserably chagrined. Actually, the so-called rules are nothing but the findings of long experience handed down for reasons of practical use. This does not mean that the principles of good taste or of beauty or of consideration for the rights or feelings of others can be discarded ever. As a matter of fact, good taste is necessarily helpful. It must be the suitable thing, the comfortable thing, the useful thing for the occasion, the place, and the time, or it is not in good taste. In the same way, the code of ethics for generations, known as the code of a gentleman, is an immutable law of etiquette. Too many of us are likely to assume a rich man a gentleman. No qualification could be further from the truth, since the quality of a gentleman is necessarily measured by what he is and never by what he was. We've all heard the term nature's nobleman, meaning a man of innately beautiful character, who never having even heard of the code, follows it by instinct. In other words, the code of a thoroughbred, whether it be applied to a man or a woman or to a half-grown child, is the code of instinctive decency, ethical integrity, self-respect, and loyalty. Decency means not merely propriety of speech, propriety of speech and conduct, but honesty and trustworthiness in every obligation. Integrity includes not only honesty, but a delicacy of motive and of fairness in judging the motives of others. Self-respect, among many other things, means refusal to accept obligations that one is unwilling to return. This word, unwilling, is of importance, since there is no more contemptible person than one who takes all he can get and gives as little as he can. Loyalty means faithfulness not only to friends but to principles. Etiquette, if it is to be of more than trifling use, must go far beyond the mere mechanical rules of procedure and the equally automatic precepts of conventional behavior. Actually, etiquette is more deeply concerned with every phase of ethical impulse or judgment and with every choice or expression of taste, since what one is of far greater importance than what one appears to be. That's amazing. Since what one is of far greater importance than what one appears to be. A knowledge of etiquette is, of course, essential to one's decent behavior, just as clothing is essential to one's decent appearance, and precisely as one wears the latter without being self-conscious of having on shoes and perhaps gloves, one who has good manners is equally unself-conscious in the observance of etiquette, the precepts of which must be so thoroughly ingrained that their observance is a matter of instinct rather than of conscious obedience. Alright, so that's chapter 1. Thank you for listening.